Hello everyone, welcome to one more session of science. Children, today in this video we will be continuing the chapter skeletal system and nervous system. Till now in a previous video we have already studied what is a skeletal system or skeleton. We have also studied the various parts of the skeletal system. Now I will be teaching you what is a joint. So children, what is a joint? You know, the place where two or more bones meet is called a joint. Okay. So what is a joint? A joint is a place where two or more bones meet. Okay. So there are two types of joints. One is a immovable joint and the second type of joint is movable joint. So first I am going to talk about the immovable joint. So children, in immovable joint, this is a type of joint, okay, between the bones in which there is no joint cavity and with very little or no movement is possible in immovable joint, okay, under the normal conditions. So children, in immovable, the two or more bones are in close contact but no movement can occur. Okay, for example, now the bones of the skull. Okay, so immovable joints are basically, children, found in your skull. As you all know that skull is a part that protects a brain. So skull is made up of bones of a head as well as a facial bones, right? So immovable joint is present in the skull. So children, you can feel or you can imagine on your own when you are talking and eating, you know, the top part of your skull remain fixed. Okay, so children, only the lower jaw, that part of the skull, is considered to be movable. Only that allows us to talk and eat, whereas the upper part of the skull is made up of immovable joint. All the bones are fixed. They cannot move. So they are having immovable joint. So children, skull is an example of an immovable joint where the entire part of the skull remain fixed but we can only move the lower part of the jaws which allow us to talk and eat. Okay, so then we move on the movable joint. Okay, so there are mainly four types of movable joint. So children, what is a movable joint? See, it is basically that allows the movement of different body part. It is a place where two or more bones meet and it also allows the movement in different body part. So various types of movable joints are, so let's study about, so children, first there are four types of movable joint. First is the ball and socket joint, second hinge joint, third is a pivot joint and the gliding joint. Okay, so let's study about the first types of movable joint. So let's study about the first type of movable joint, that is a ball and socket joint. So children, it is formed when the round end of one bone fits into the hole or sockets of another bone. Okay, in this joint, you know, one bone forms a ball like head and fits into the socket of another bone. Okay, now it children, you know, it allows the movement in all direction. Okay, and it is formed in the shoulder and in the hip joints. So they are easily able us to move our arms with the help of shoulder joints in all the directions. We are easily move our legs in all the directions with the help of the hip joints. So shoulders and the hip have a ball and socket joints, right? So the shoulder joints and the hip joints are the examples of ball and socket joint. So now the second type of joint is a hinge joint. Okay, so hinge joint, children, hinge joint is basically found in the elbows, fingers, knees and toes of your body. It is like the hinges in the door. As you have seen a door a door having joints which help it to open and shut. Same way children, our hinge joints, what they do, this work that is found in our elbows, fingers, knees and toes, it allows the movement in one direction only. Okay, it will not allow the movement in all direction. Hinge joint will allow the movement in one direction only. For example, if we move our arms, so our arms are moving because of elbow joint, and that is a hinge joint, which that present in our elbows, which allows us to like movement in the upward or downward direction, right? So either we can lift our arms up or down with the help of a joints. So that is called a hinge joint, right? So it works just like a hinges present in the door. Okay, so this joint is like a hinge present in the door which allows it to open in one direction only, right? This joint allow the movement in one direction only. So the examples of the hinge joints are knee joints, elbow joints, toes joints and the finger joints. Okay, children, now the third one is the pivot joint. Okay, so children, pivot joint is found in the neck. Okay, here the skull is connected to the uppermost vertebra of spine, and it allows to move our head upwards, downwards or sideways. Okay, so pivot joint, this allows children, this joint allow one bone to rotate on a fixed bone. Okay, so this allows our head to move up, down and sideways. So children, these types of joint is found between the skull and the first two vertebra of the backbone. Now the last one, the fourth one, is the gliding joint. Okay, so children, in this types of the gliding joint, it is a type of a movable joint of bones that allows the bones to slide against each other. Okay, so these joints allow it allows the bones to slide against each other, and these bones, the example of the gliding zone where the gliding joints are present, ankles, wrist and backbone. Okay, so gliding joint, these types of joints allows the bones to slide against each other in a gliding motion, and it is found between the bones of the wrist and ankle, right? Okay, so now let's study about the three most important terms, which are ligaments, tendons and the cartilage. Okay, so children, ligaments. Children, ligaments are basically strong tissues, right, that joins bones together. The bones are joined together by strong tissues which are called as a ligament. Okay, so ligament at the joint bones where the bones are held together with the help of a special tissues called ligaments, right? Now the second is tendons. Tendons, basically you all know that bones and muscles, they work together. Muscles give flexibility to our bones that help in different types of movement. So children, these muscles are attached to the bones by strong fibers, okay, that are called as a tendons. So bones to bones are attached with the help of ligament. Muscles and bones are attached with the help of tendons. Okay, now the third one is the cartilage. Okay, so children, the cartilage, cartilage is it holds the bones together at the joint, and it also protects the bones. Without cartilage, what will happen? The bones would rub against each other and wear out. It will make one damage will be there. Okay, so when these bones would rub against each other and wear out, so some organs, that are the nose and the ears, have a cartilage. Okay, so cartilage is a tough elastic substance, and it holds the bones in a place, and it also prevents the bone from wear and tear. Okay, now these cartilage are found in a soft body part like ears and nose. So now the children, the muscles. Okay, now we'll be studying about the muscles. So children, as we all know that bones are connected with the muscles, and muscles give flexibility to our bones. That's why they help in a movement. Okay, and muscles are tissues that covers the bones, and they are attached to the bones with the help of the special tissues that that is called the tendons. And both muscles and bones, they work together to make the movement possible, right? And they also help in the important processes such as the digestion. Okay, now see, it is the muscles are made up of tough elastic tissues, and there are about 650 muscles found in a body. Okay, now the three types of muscles are present in a body. Now we are going to the three types of muscles are children, voluntary muscles or skeletal muscles. Second is involuntary muscles or smooth muscle. The third one is the cardiac muscles. Okay, now children, when we're talking about the voluntary muscles or the skeletal muscles, see, this voluntary means that something that works on our own and which are under our control. Okay, so voluntary muscles are found in our arms and legs, and they are under our control. Children, if we want to move our arms and legs, then we can move it because these are under our control. Okay, so now the next one is involuntary muscles or the smooth muscles. Okay, now children, involuntary muscles, these types of muscles, they are not under our control, they are not in our control. Okay, so the involuntary is just opposite of the voluntary. Okay, so voluntary muscles, they are under our control, but involuntary muscles, they are not under our control. Okay, so these smooth muscles are found in the stomach and intestine. So children, stomach and intestine, they work automatically. Okay, they are not under our control. Okay, so they work. Okay, they are not under control, they keep on working. Okay, so the example muscles, the stomach and intestines, these muscles, okay, these are not under our control, they keep on working, they work throughout the life. Okay, now the third one is the cardiac muscles. Okay, now children, when we're talking about the cardiac muscles, see, these muscles in the heart are the examples of the cardiac muscles, and we do not have any control over these types of muscles, they work automatically. Okay, now when we're talking about the cardiac, see, the cardiac muscles are found in the walls of heart, and these muscles are not under our control. Okay, they are not under our control, they work throughout our life and never gets tired. Okay, so our hearts keep beating, children, automatically, we do not control our heart. Okay, so the muscles are three types: voluntary muscles or skeletal muscles, second is involuntary muscles or smooth muscles, and the third is the cardiac muscles. Okay, so here now we are going to meet up in the next video. There I am going to teach you about the nervous system. Till that, okay children, till that time, bye bye to everyone.